How can you heal a nervous system that you don't understand? A lot of people online are telling us to regulate ourselves, but they're not telling us why we need to do so, or they're giving a surface level reason. But where's the science? I got the science. I read a whole bunch of articles and watched a whole bunch of technical videos just to help you understand what's really going on in your body and why regulation is so important. So let's get right into it. The nervous system is an interconnected communication network that sends signals all throughout your body and controls most of its functions. So, any function that you can probably think of: breathing, walking, talking, healing, heart beating, digestion, writing, chewing, all of that is a product of your nervous system. So, we really need to take care of it. It's broken up into two main categories, which is the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Essentially, how this works: the peripheral nervous system will detect stimuli from your external world, and then it will send it straight to the central nervous system and say, hey, help me process this information. Central will process the information, it'll come up with an appropriate response, and it'll send that response back to the peripheral to act upon. It's a very simple process, but let's break it down a little bit more. So we have the central nervous system, which is made up of your brain and your spinal cord, and it does exactly what I mentioned. So it'll receive information, it'll process that information, and then it'll respond to that information. So if you want to memorize the central nervous system, RPR, receive, process, respond. It's really that simple. The peripheral nervous system is where things get a little bit more tricky, but way more interesting. The peripheral nervous system is located throughout nerves all around our body, and it has a two-way function. So it can send and receive signals from the brain to the body and from the body to the brain. We love her. And she's also broken up into her own two categories. So within the peripheral nervous system, we have somatic and we have autonomic. By definition, somatic is in relation to the body, and autonomic indicates something that is involuntary or occurring naturally. So while the central nervous system deciphers the meaning of our external world, the peripheral nervous system is helping us respond to the external world once we understand it. So the somatic nervous system, which is within the peripheral nervous system, works to receive and convey information from the senses. Your somatic nervous system is going to touch something. Let me see how this feels. And then that stimuli is getting sent to your central. Your central says, that's hot. And then your somatic is going to move away from that surface. So that's how that functions. It also controls the things that I talked about, like writing, chewing, walking, anything that's voluntary, your somatic is in control. So the autonomic nervous system is probably the most complex of the ones that we've covered so far, because it's receiving and conveying information from your organs, so like your heart and your lungs, and it controls those involuntary functions like your heart rate and your breathing. The autonomic nervous system is also divided into two parts. So we have our sympathetic and we have our parasympathetic. Sympathetic is our fight or flight. It's our response to stress and danger, and it's vital for our survival. Now, since autonomic is controlling our organs, this response can impact our heart, our lungs, our digestive tract, our liver, our reproductive system, all while trying to keep us safe. The parasympathetic, on the other hand, is our rest and digest. So everything that the sympathetic does when protecting us from danger or perceived danger, the parasympathetic is going to undo, so you can unwind and come back to a normal state. And in addition to the organs that are involved in this nervous system, 75% of your parasympathetic nervous system is your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve begins at your brainstem and extends all the way down to your abdomen and controls so much. So your mood, your immunity, your digestion, your breathing, your blood pressure is all controlled by that vagus nerve. So the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems are opposite but complementary functions that protect our bodies and also relax our bodies. When people say that they're stuck in survival mode or they're stuck in fight or flight mode, these are literal states of being that their bodies are in after constant stress and trauma and danger has overactivated their sympathetic nervous system to the point where their parasympathetic nervous system can no longer complete its rest and digest functions. So atop of the stressors that are already a burden on you, now you have risk of chronic issues. Now you know that your heart is involved, your lungs are involved, your digestive tract is involved, your liver is involved. Your body is deteriorating because your nervous system is imbalanced. And now that we know all of these parts are connected, So the peripheral is sending signals to your central. If your peripheral is imbalanced, how is it even detecting the stimuli of the external world properly? How is your central nervous system getting the correct stimuli from the world? How are you responding to things properly? You're not, because you're imbalanced. You're not. But now that you know what's going on internally, I hope that this made it clear for you. You can know how important it is to truly regulate yourself. And nervous system regulation is not always going to be a cute walk that you see girls on Instagram doing. It's not always going to be a nice meditative deep breathing session. Sometimes it's going to be messy. Sometimes you're going to cry. You might even have to yell, and that's okay, because it's better than keeping everything in and being stuck. I hope that my simple breakdown was actually as simple as I think it was, and that it helped you understand the importance of truly regulating yourself. This is my first YouTube video. I'm proud that I finally got here. I felt like this topic was right. I do have a written version on my website. It's amiracles.com, because my name is Amira and I am a living miracle and I want other people to experience miracles as well. So definitely go take a look at that and let me know what you think. Let me know if it helped you, and I'll definitely be making more videos about the nervous system and about wellness in general and just about fun reflections that I have in my life. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.